Hi everyone, today I'm with Tina and today we're going to be talking about the Family Day of Jazz event. I am currently Supervisor Finer's college intern for the summer. I'm really excited to talk to you today. So if you could introduce yourself and give viewers a little bit of information about the event going on.
Absolutely. Thank you, Daphne. I am Tina P Dinkins, Recreation Supervisor for the Department of Community Resources at the Theodore D Young Community Center. Excited to be here today to talk about and promote our upcoming Family Day of Jazz. It is an annual event that this year will be held on Saturday, August 9th, typically the second Saturday in August. And it's a day full of free family fun, live jazz concerts, bouncy attractions for the little ones. We'll even have an all-star basketball game, our Greenburgh All-Stars game, where some of the most popular players from our men's league will be competing in a tournament at 1 p.m.
Okay, awesome. And so viewers can just remember, can you just go over again when and where is the Family Day of Jazz event?
Yes, of course. So the second Saturday in August, and again, it's an annual event, so we're always the second Saturday in August. This year that falls on Saturday, August 9th. The festivities begin at 11 a.m. and our jazz lineup begins at 12.
Okay, awesome. And I'm just wondering what inspired this year's event and how did it come together?
So a Family Day of Jazz is actually a combination of two long-standing events for our department. We had a jazz series every summer. It was a 6-week jazz series on Thursday nights. People came out to Yosemite Park and just enjoyed free jazz. There were food vendors, and it was a time for families and friends and people who hadn't seen each other in a long time to kind of get together and just enjoy themselves, reconnect, and listen to great, great music. After COVID, we stopped doing it. It was hard to get everybody out, so our attendance kind of dropped, but people still wanted to hear the jazz. Our Family Day event is our end of camp celebration where we bring all of our campers back and their parents and families and all of our patrons together for a huge community celebration that always included bouncy castles and more vendors and games and recreational activities. And so we combined the two. In 2021, we actually brought the two together and created a Family Day of Jazz. So you can enjoy your jazz concerts and all the fun of Family Day in one great big event. It's been extremely popular, and we're hoping to get even more people out this year.
Amazing. And how does this event reflect the overall mission of the Theodore D. Young Community Center?
It's a wonderful question. Thank you for asking me. Our department is really, our goal is to create a variety of educational, social, culturally enriching activities so that people who are underserved or underrepresented have access to things that improve their overall quality of life. A Family Day of Jazz is an excellent opportunity for people to come out and be social, to meet people in the community that they may not know, or to reconnect with people in the community they haven't seen in a long time. It's a free day of fun for your kids, so if you're looking for something to do and you don't want to pay those alarmingly expensive park prices, you can bring them out to the event, and they can enjoy water slides, dry slides, the play park, our water sprinklers. We even have Hydro Blaster. We've got free popcorn and cotton candy and snow cones. So kids will have a day full of fun, and when you get them home, they're going to go right to sleep. So that's always enriching for parents as well. But then jazz also is culturally enriching. So a long time ago, we started infusing different types of music with jazz so that jazz lovers could still experience jazz, but that we could expose everybody, all different age groups, to different genres of music. And we've done that again this year. We have Euphoria, who's a Latin jazz band, Latin jazz and bachata. So they'll be performing at 12. D&E Stars R&B and Neo Soul. They will be performing at 2 p.m. And Alan Harris is our signature jazz guitarist. He will be taking the stage at 4:30.
Amazing. And what can families expect when they first arrive to Yosemite Park?
Lots and lots and lots of fun. We've got a face painting vendor. You'll see vendors selling everything from great food to clothing to body oils and scents. We've got all kinds of recreational activities spread throughout the park. So in addition to our bouncy attractions, our bouncy houses and obstacle courses, we usually have some form of, water balloon fun or giant Connect Four and giant Jenga. There's also arts and crafts. Kids can just color and do lanyard if they want. It's just a day full of amazing things to do.
Awesome. And you mentioned that amazing musical lineup. I'm wondering what went behind kind of choosing those artists and what makes them special.
So we always like to be diverse. So we pick bands that come from different genres, so anyone who comes can experience different genres of music. We are very excited to have these 3 bands this year because they've never been at the Jazz Festival before. So you've never heard them. These are all new folks, but they have huge followings in New York City and up here in Westchester County. So we're happy that they'll be gracing the stage at Yosemite Park this summer.
Amazing. And why was jazz chosen as the theme for the celebration?
So at the time we started the jazz series, we were concerned that jazz was, as a department, that jazz was almost like a dying theme or a dying brand of music. And we wanted young people to be able to hear it, respond to it, and bring it into their era of music. And so it has continued. It's a tradition. But again, like I said, we also use jazz so that fans of jazz also can be exposed to new forms of music like neo-soul and bachata and Latin jazz.
And you mentioned a little bit about this before, but I'm wondering what activities will be available for kids throughout the day.
Okay, so we have lots of activities, as I mentioned, but I'll go through them more specifically. There are 2 huge bouncy castles. One is an obstacle course, and one is just jumping fun for any kid who likes who has a lot of energy and wants to jump. I can't do it, but they love those. We also have 2 slides. So if your child loves water, we've got a nice big water slide. But if they're not a fan of getting wet, we've got a nice big dry slide as well. We have our hydro blaster, which is almost like a game. So it's 2 people kind of pedaling until one pops a water balloon over the other person's head. They have a ball with that one. And one of my favorite features is our dunk tank, where anyone in the community can come out and dunk some of our most famous and popular TDYCC personalities, whether it's our deputy or possibly our rec supervisor this year, I don't know. But you can have fun just taking turns dunking people in the dunk tank. That's always a fun activity as well.
That sounds really fun.
And of course, the park already has water sprinklers, so the kids always enjoy the water sprinklers, and a play park. And then there'll be some other recreational and arts and crafts activities spread out through the venue as well.
Amazing. And we obviously can't forget about the Greenburgh All-Stars basketball game. So I'm wondering if you could share a little bit about that as well.
So we are still putting the roster together for the game, but our men's league, which no longer meets in the summer, has a number of very popular players who will be coming back to compete against one another in this year's game. So we are excited about that game. We're hoping that everybody comes out to see it. Support your favorite player, support your favorite team. I'm sure you'll see some familiar faces and some of your most famous Greenburgh athletes from the history of the town.
And what does the phrase "find your happy face" mean for this event?
So several years ago, I was actually putting together pictures from one of our Family Day events, and it occurred to me that in every picture, people were smiling, huge smiles, just whether it was a child who just had their face painted or counselors who were excited to be at work in like 99-degree weather. Everybody was smiling, and the smiles were so big and they looked so happy. And it occurred to me, this is a kind of event where when you come, you'll find your happy face. Whatever activity you decide to do, if it's just the food, if it's just seeing friends that you haven't seen in a long time or watching a basketball game, you will find your happy face. So this is the place you want to come. It'll make you smile. And it's a great day. It's just everyone who comes will come back.
I love that. And how can people get involved as attendees or volunteers or just supporters of the event?
Just show up. Show up, come out, share it on your social media pages. The flyer is actually posted to our Facebook and Instagram pages, so you can find it. And just share it with others. Spread the word. Again, it's a day of family fun, free family fun for people of all ages. And you will find your happy face.
Amazing. And finally, what do you personally hope people walk away with after attending the event?
A smile, a happy face, and a strong desire to come back again next year.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for taking the time
Thank
to
you,
talk with me
Daphne.
today.
Of course. Thank you for having me. See you guys soon.